On this channel, I tell the stories that'll make your skin crawl, your beak clench, and your feathers fall right off. Today's story is about a woman who came home from work one morning and realized something wasn't quite right. Her coffee mug had moved, her bed was made differently, and her toothbrush was wet. At first, she thought she was just being paranoid. But a few days later, someone knocked on her door, someone with her face. This story gets way worse before it gets better. So make sure you stick around until the end to hear the terrifying twist. But before we get into today's story, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and poultry disturbing, you've come to the right place. This is the Hen House Files. Let's get into it. In early 2023, 33-year-old Dana Bell was living what most people would consider a pretty uneventful life. She worked the graveyard shift as a custodian at a medical supply warehouse outside Boise, Idaho. She liked her routines. She didn't have a lot of friends, but she got along fine with her coworkers and kept in close contact with her sister, Brooke. Dana lived alone in a small ranch house that her parents left her after they passed away. She liked the quiet. Her days were mostly spent sleeping, reading old horror novels, and occasionally binge-watching true crime YouTube channels, kind of like this one. But in the spring of 2023, Dana started noticing little things around the house that didn't make sense. One morning in April, after finishing her 10-hour shift, she pulled into her driveway and saw that the porch light was on. That might not sound like a big deal, but Dana was meticulous. She never left lights on, especially not that one. She told herself maybe she forgot. No big deal. But then she walked into her kitchen and stopped cold. Sitting in her sink, totally dry and clean, was her favorite coffee mug, the one with the cracked handle that she had accidentally shattered 3 weeks ago. She knew she hadn't replaced it. She still had the broken pieces in the trash bin under the sink. So what was it doing there? Dana was weirded out, but exhaustion took over. She figured maybe she was just too tired to remember throwing it away. But this was just the beginning. Over the next few weeks, things got weirder. She started noticing food in the fridge she didn't buy, brands she didn't eat. A sticky note appeared on the bathroom mirror in her handwriting that just said, "Don't forget who you are." She hadn't written it. One day, her sister Brooke called, absolutely freaking out. She said Dana had shown up at her house in the middle of the night, around 3 a.m., and just stood on her porch, staring at the door. When Brooke looked through the peephole, she saw Dana's face. Except, it wasn't right. Her expression was flat. Her eyes looked wrong, like she wasn't fully inside her body. When Brooke asked what she was doing there, Dana didn't respond. She just turned around and walked back into the darkness. Only problem? Dana was 30 miles away, asleep in her car outside work. Her location was verified by security footage. She'd never left. Brooke didn't believe her until Dana came over and they looked at her Ring camera footage together. There she was, Dana, standing outside in a hoodie, staring up at the camera like she knew they'd be watching. That night, Dana didn't sleep. By June, Dana was unraveling. Her coworkers were treating her differently. Some were friendly all of a sudden. One guy at work said, "Hey, it was nice talking to you the other night. You were acting kind of funny though." Dana asked, "What are you talking about?" He said she'd stopped him in the parking lot and asked him what it felt like to die. That never happened. Another coworker said Dana had come into the break room on her night off and sat down at the table without saying anything, just stared at everyone. But when someone asked her what was wrong, she smiled and said, "I'm just stretching this skin out, getting used to it." By now, Dana was in full panic mode. She stopped sleeping in her house altogether. She started keeping a notebook to track her whereabouts, her purchases, everything. She left herself voice memos in her car, just in case. And that's when things escalated. One Sunday morning in July, Dana was sitting in her car, drinking lukewarm gas station coffee and watching her house through a pair of binoculars. She was convinced this thing, whatever it was, would come back. And at 6:23 a.m., it did. Standing in the middle of her backyard, in the full light of dawn, was Dana. Same hair, same height, same face. But something was wrong. The way she moved. It was jerky, too precise, like someone wearing a Dana costume who hadn't learned how to use it yet. Dana grabbed a tire iron from her trunk and crept around the side of the house. Her heart was pounding so hard she thought she might pass out. But when she stepped into the backyard, the other Dana turned and smiled. Finally, she said, "You're home." Now standing just 10 feet apart. Dana could see this thing up close. It was her, but it wasn't. Her skin looked too tight. Her eyes didn't blink right. And when she spoke, her voice echoed a little, like it was coming from a cave behind her teeth. The other Dana said, calmly, "Everyone loves me now. I fixed your life. I smile more. I laugh. I go out. They like me better." Dana, trembling, said, "What are you?" The other Dana tilted her head and said, "You let yourself rot. You forgot how to be alive. So I stepped in. But you're waking up now. You're starting to feel things again. That's good." Then she added, "Soon, you'll remember why you left, and it will all make sense." Then she vanished. Literally. Dana blinked, and she was just gone. Today, Dana still lives in that house, but she won't sleep in the bedroom anymore. She keeps every light on, and she never, ever looks in mirrors too long. Her sister talks to her again. Her coworkers say she's finally herself. Friendly, warm, approachable. The thing is, Dana doesn't remember getting better. In fact, she started forgetting a lot of things. She wakes up in places she doesn't remember going. She'll look at old photos and see a version of herself that doesn't feel like her. And sometimes, when she's brushing her teeth at night, she swears her reflection is smiling just a half second too long. And there you have it, little chicks. Be sure to double check the mirror tonight. You never know who's on the other side. If your reflection blinks twice, run. If you like tonight's tale, peck that like button, scratch the subscribe bell, and share the clucking horror with your flock. Until next time, stay alert, stay weird, and whatever you do, don't trust the face staring back. This has been the Hen House Files.